the luxurious prisons of the ultra-rich. Artalita Suryani is an inmate at Pondok Bambu prison in Indonesia, arrested for bribery. However, she managed to bribe everyone in the prison to live a life of luxury and wealth. Inside, Artalita has 3 personal servants and frequently receives beauty treatments, with staff reporting to her daily. The luxurious life of the rich in prison extends to Sukamiskin prison, also in Indonesia, where the son of a former president can even use a helicopter to meet friends and young women. Can you imagine a prison with art galleries and even its own private spa, and a chef cooking delicious meals every day? It sounds like science fiction, but it's the reality for some of the world's wealthy inmates. With money, power, and special connections, these offenders can turn a prison into their own paradise. Let's explore these luxurious prisons and learn about the lives of the wealthy, even when they're incarcerated. Number 11. Sukamiskin Prison in Indonesia. While Bastoy aims for fairness and equality, some prisons take a completely opposite approach. In some prisons, a family's wealth can determine the quality of an inmate's life. For example, prisoners with billionaire parents enjoy luxuries like private cells and modern amenities, while others endure cramped and impoverished conditions. This creates a stark injustice in the prison system where everyone should face fair punishment. In Indonesia, the average prisoner sleeps on a hard concrete floor, but when billionaire Tommy Sahar was incarcerated there, his conditions were very different. For him, prison life was a paradise as he lived in an air-conditioned cell with a TV and a view of the garden outside. To understand why Tommy Sahar received special treatment, you should know 2 things about him. Tommy is the youngest son of a former Indonesian dictator. His father ruled the country for 32 years and stole billions from state funds. Tommy grew up wealthy and spoiled and was sentenced to 15 years in prison for attempting to pay 2 assassins to kill a Supreme Court judge. Despite the high-profile conviction, he only served 1/3 of his sentence. Unfortunately, Tommy's father was no longer president when Tommy committed his crime, and all their wealth and power could not save him from prison. However, inside, Tommy's wealth meant he was treated like royalty. His cell had a soft carpet so his feet wouldn't touch the cold ground. It had 3 rooms like a small apartment, including an entrance, a bedroom, a bathroom, and a 21-inch TV. Tommy was even allowed to use a helicopter to frequently visit his girlfriends. In mid-October to December 2016, a Tempo reporter photographed him leaving the prison in an ambulance with sirens blaring. Just hours later, one of the inmates was seen stepping out of a luxury car at an apartment building in Bandung, holding hands with a young woman. According to a former inmate, these outings often had a medical treatment cover and cost around $1,000. Additionally, his daily meals featured a variety of flavors and different dishes every day. Thanks to his money, Tommy enjoyed a view of a beautiful courtyard with a fish pond from his cell, while other prisoners had to share their cells with 10 people. Inmates convicted of corruption at Sukamiskin prison can choose a special service package to live in well-equipped cells with freedom of movement, priced between 200 million to 500 million rupiah, 13,000 to 35,000 USD. Prisoners are even allowed to keep their cell keys to come and go freely. The special service package is publicly listed at Sukamiskin prison. Inmates at Jalanan Nasution Kota Bandung can keep cell keys for free movement inside the cells and even exit the prison after paying off guards and wardens. In reality, such conditions inside Sukamiskin prison are not new. In 2010, Indonesian public opinion was stirred by the case of an inmate named Gayus Tambunan, who was photographed watching an international tennis match in Nusa Dua, Bali. It turned out that this prisoner frequently used a fake passport to travel abroad during his sentence, visiting Macau, Kuala Lumpur, and Singapore after bribing the guards with thousands of USD. More seriously, Ali Imran, a perpetrator in the 2002 Bali bombings, was found sipping coffee in a Starbucks in Jakarta in 2004 while serving a life sentence. According to BBC, reporters saw him laughing and chatting with police in the cafe. Former official Mokhtar Muhammad was also caught dining at a favorite restaurant in the capital in 2014 while serving a corruption sentence. Moreover, Sukamiskin prison even offers private spaces for sexual activities. Substance offender Freddy Budiman, who was executed last year, frequently had his girlfriend visit while awaiting execution. His girlfriend, Vani Rosiane, publicly shared photos of the love room inside Cipinang prison in Jakarta. She said they comfortably engaged in activities in a secluded cell next to the prison director's office. What do you think about this prison? Share your thoughts below. Number 10. Kerobokan prison in Bali. For a long time, Kerobokan prison on the island of Bali has been known as a criminal paradise. It is the largest prison on the tourist island of Bali. All wealthy prisoners at Kerabokan consider the prison a prisoner paradise. In this so-called paradise, the power of money is immense and the only thing that truly matters. Inmates here believe you can have everything as long as you have money. Paradise? For US prisoners, this is even better than paradise. Prisons have always been this way, nothing can change it. Indeed, in Kerabokan, if you have money, inmates can buy everything from essentials like food, soap, shower gel, shampoo and toilet paper to televisions, kitchen utensils and private bedside lamps. Some people even go through the main gate accompanied by guards in a proper manner. The prison guards also accept money to provide sexual services in the restrooms, catering to inmates who have money and status. If lucky, one might see 3 of the Bali bombers from 2002 enjoying tropical fruits with heroin dealers from Australia behind bars. Of course, obtaining such luxuries requires a significant amount of money. In contrast, poor prisoners live in squalor and hunger, while the wealthy enjoy a life of luxury, complete with servants. By paying the right amount, a prisoner can go shopping, dine at upscale restaurants, or stroll on the beach. To legitimize these outings, prisoners might feign illness like toothache or stomachache, then complain about the prison's lack of good doctors and bribe prison guards. They will be arranged to see a doctor outside, where they can freely move around and enjoy a taste of freedom. Chapelle Corby is a female inmate serving 20 years for smuggling 4 kilograms weed of high-quality marijuana into Bali. Corby is a typical example of luxury prison life. She experiences prison like a vacation resort and has been nicknamed the Ganja Queen by fellow inmates. Corby even has a small pool outside her cell to relax in on hot afternoons. The Ganja Queen was even allowed to keep a small dog and paid fellow inmates to walk it. During her luxurious stay at Kerabokan, Corby frequently went on outings. There was a wave of protest when Corby feigned a nervous breakdown and was taken to a local hospital for treatment. According to other inmates, her family saw her arriving in a Mercedes car at beauty salons and the most luxurious restaurants in Bali. This caused jealousy among other wealthy prisoners who wanted similar special treatment. If a prisoner's wife visits, they or their family must pay $10 to access the prisoner's love room for intimate moments. When prisoners wanted to drink beer, they just needed to spend a small amount to get refreshments. A can of beer here is only slightly more expensive than at local bars. To smoke, listen to music, or do anything else in prison, the rule is to pay money. No bartering with cigarettes as seen in other Western prisons. Thus, social vices are common in this famous prison on the tourist island of Bali. Number 4. La Catedral Prison in Colombia. In the late 1980s, Pablo Escobar became the richest and most notorious substance lord in the world. However, with his fame and immense wealth came the attention of both the US and Colombian governments. After years of evading capture, exhausted and seeking to end his life on the run, Escobar negotiated his surrender on the condition that a special prison be constructed for him, where he could serve his sentence in comfort and safety. The Colombian government agreed, and in 1991, La Catedral prison was completed. La Catedral was not an ordinary prison. It resembled a luxurious mountain estate. Designed according to Escobar's wishes, it was more like a playground than a detention facility. As a result, it earned nicknames like Medellin Club or Escobar Hotel, with people joking that it offered not maximum security but maximum comfort. Inside La Catedral, Escobar enjoyed opulent amenities such as a private kitchen, bathroom, gym, soccer field, bar, and even a waterfall. His room had a circular bed, a 60-inch TV, and a bathroom with a jacuzzi. To celebrate his 42nd birthday, Escobar threw an extravagant party there. In addition, there were guest rooms, a gym, a library, all equipped with sophisticated alarm systems. Weekly trucks arrived at the prison to deliver supplies for Escobar and his entourage. His family, friends, and associates visited him several times a week. Escobar turned La Catedral into his personal paradise. He hired top chefs from Medellin to cater lavish parties and even held a wedding in the prison, complete with dancing and lively music. However, this luxurious lifestyle soon came to an end when Escobar continued his criminal activities within the prison. News of Escobar eliminating 4 of his betrayers inside La Catedral enraged the Colombian government. They decided that Escobar could no longer live in such luxury and ordered his transfer to a higher security prison. Before the authorities could execute the transfer order, Escobar escaped through a secret tunnel that had been constructed beneath the prison. With the help of his network, he vanished into the jungle. After Escobar's escape, La Catedral was closed by the Colombian government and handed over to a group of monks to be converted into a monastery. Nevertheless, the ghost of Pablo Escobar remains embedded in every corner of this building, and La Cathedral is forever known as the opulent and mysterious playground of the world's most infamous drug lord. What do you think about this prison? Share your thoughts below. Number 9. Yancheng Prison in China. Yancheng Prison in China is often likened to a paradise for former officials due to its amenities that rival those of a five-star hotel. The prison cells are about 20 square meters in size and feature private bathrooms, comfortable beds and sofas. It also boasts well-equipped dining rooms, a gym, an athletic field, and a spacious basketball court. Within this three-story U-shaped building, Zone 204 is considered the best, outfitted with carpets, comfortable beds, and hot water. The food in Zone 204 is comparable to what is served to current ministers. Watching TV is a daily routine for the inmates. Yancheng Prison also has vegetable gardens and fruit orchards where inmates can grow cabbage, peaches, and apricots. Chinese media have previously revealed that inmates are served ethnic specialties in the canteen and often enjoy musical performances. Inmates can reduce their prison sentences by performing well in regular basketball games held at Yancheng Prison. Soccer is also a popular sport there, as it houses 10 former officials and players convicted of bribery related to match fixing in 2012. For example, Chen Exidong, a former Chinese official who lost his position in 1995, once went on a hunger strike to protest poor food, according to a recent book by Yao Jianfu, a retired scholar who interviewed Chen. Yao mentioned that Chen was provided with a radio to listen to VOA and stay updated with the outside world. Additionally, Chen Lianyu, a former official dismissed in 2006, led a relatively comfortable life in prison, engaging in exercise, reading, and watching TV, according to Hong Kong media. Reports also mentioned that he wore Western-style suits despite being incarcerated. Besides 4 meals a day and the freedom to make phone calls home at any time, inmates can pay extra for additional services. This has caused public outrage in China over the luxurious services provided to corrupt officials. How can officials avoid corruption when even prison offers 5-star services? This is a way to encourage corruption. What do you think of this prison? Share your thoughts below. Number 8. Pondok Bambu Prison in Indonesia. Among Indonesia's high-end prisons, inmates are willing to spend large amounts of money to be held in air-conditioned cells, enjoy long unsupervised trips, or attend all-night parties. In 2010, an international scandal erupted when a film crew unexpectedly uncovered the luxurious lifestyle of businesswoman Artalita Suryani at an Indonesian prison. Suryani was sentenced to 5 years in prison and had bribed prosecutors with $600,000 in a lawsuit against her. Nevertheless, Artalita Suryani lived in a cell that had been upgraded to a 5-star hotel standard with all amenities. In exchange for this comfortable life, Artalita Suryani did not hesitate to pay prison guards and security personnel to transform the prison into a resort for her. However, her luxurious lifestyle soon ended when local media exposed the situation. The story of Artalita Suryani sparked public outrage and raised serious questions about corruption in Indonesia's judicial system. Artalita Suryani lived in a 64-square-meter cell on the 3rd floor equipped with air conditioning, a refrigerator, a leather-covered mattress, a desk with a computer, a flat-screen TV, a bathroom, a kitchen, and beauty care equipment. Each day she had staff bringing her meals and drinks, enjoyed freedom of movement within the prison, and received beauty treatments at her cell. Her cell featured a flat-screen TV and a large bed. Artalita Suryani also had 3 maids serving her like a queen. Additionally, she had a private car parked in the prison garage and had driven out twice to visit the dentist and her relatives. Not only did Artalita's staff freely enter and exit the prison to report to her daily, but clients also visited her there. When a special task force arrived, Artalita was being attended to by a beauty expert in her luxurious room, instead of being in the cell with other female inmates. On the 2nd floor, drug inmate Liam Marita, nicknamed Aling, also enjoyed a comfortable room with air conditioning, a TV, and a karaoke system. 3 other high-ranking inmates were also imprisoned for corruption. Number 7. Bastøy Prison in Norway. Located about an hour by ferry from Oslo, Norway, Bastøy Prison is not your typical detention facility. Instead, it's a picturesque island with white sand beaches, lush green spaces, and charming small houses. To reach Bastøy, inmates must take a short ferry ride, transporting them to a completely different world. Bastøy Prison houses 115 inmates of various crimes, including many classified as a national security threat. Here, inmates do not wear prison uniforms, have private rooms, and cook for themselves as if they were ordinary citizens. Many Norwegian tourists visit to see life inside this so-called best prison in the world. Inmates live in cozy wooden houses, equipped with all necessary amenities. Every 6 inmates share one of these houses. Notably, all the houses are painted bright colors, and there are no fences, barbed wire, or guard dogs. Inmates' daily lives are slow and relaxed. They live in small apartments without being confined by fences or high walls. Each day, they are provided with one main meal at the dining hall and can purchase additional food at the island shop. Inmates work from 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. daily. Afterward, they can enjoy activities like sunbathing, exercising, horseback riding, or pursuing personal interests. Bastøy inmates are even paid $10. Especially, there is a private room available for inmates to address their marital needs when family members visit. A unique feature of Bastøy prison is its focus on reintegration into society. Inmates are allowed to leave the island for short vacations to visit family and friends. The relaxed and friendly atmosphere at Bastøy makes it feel like a small, peaceful village, facilitating the rehabilitation process. Although Bastøy offers a relatively comfortable prison life, it is not entirely free. There are certain rules to follow, especially the 3 golden rules: no force, no alcohol, and no substances. Despite being called a luxury prison, Bastøy is not reserved for wealthy inmates. The Norwegian government ensures that the opportunity to serve time here is fair for all eligible individuals regardless of economic status. What do you think of this prison? Share your thoughts below. Number 6. San Pedro Prison in Bolivia. Can you believe there's a prison where wealthy inmates produce cocaine for their own enjoyment? Check out San Pedro Prison and share your thoughts below. Located in La Paz, Bolivia, San Pedro Prison is considered one of the most unusual correctional facilities in the world. This prison is run by the inmates themselves. They operate restaurants, shops, and even a brothel, along with a cocaine production facility right inside the prison. The presence of cocaine in this prison is not surprising as many of the inmates are incarcerated for cocaine-related offenses. In this prison, every cell is spacious with no guards, no prison uniforms, and no barbed wire on the windows. The society inside the prison is divided into classes based on the inmates' wealth, which is most evident in their living arrangements. New inmates must negotiate to buy the cells of those who are about to be released. If they can't afford to buy, they can rent. Cell prices vary depending on size, quality, and location. Cells are rated like hotel rooms. In the 5-star areas, wealthy inmates live in spacious carpeted rooms with all the amenities, including private bathrooms, cable TV, and city views. These rooms resemble luxury apartments, and the purchase price can reach up to $30,000 for the truly wealthy. In contrast, the 1-star areas are filthy, with up to 5 inmates crammed into tiny, run-down cells known as coffins, costing only a few $100s. Moreover, super-rich inmates are allowed to live with their families, including spouses, girlfriends, and children. Every morning, hundreds of children in uniforms with backpacks go to school. In the afternoon, they return to their father's cells to do their homework. In the past 2 decades, inmates have even organized tours of San Pedro Prison for tourists to make a profit. Tourists pay $5 and leave their passports with the guards as collateral to tour the prison for an hour. Number 5. Halden Prison in Norway. However, the next prisons on our list will surprise you. Although the inmates are hardened criminals, some prisons offer amenities beyond your imagination. One of them is Halden Prison in Norway. Nestled deep in the forest, Halden Prison is unlike any prison you've ever seen. It resembles a resort more than a detention facility. There's no barbed wire, no guard towers, just modern wooden buildings blending with nature. Remarkably, no inmate has ever attempted to escape from here. The design concept of Halden Prison is based on the idea that rehabilitating prisoners is more important than punishing them. Architects created a living environment close to nature, giving inmates a chance to relax, reflect, and improve themselves. The Norwegian government invested a significant amount of money to build this prison, aiming to create a humane and effective prison model. Halden Prison features various amenities such as studios, a gym, and a guest house with luxurious furnishings, allowing inmates to have family visits. The prison covers approximately 30 hectares, and the construction cost was up to PS 160 million. It can accommodate around 252 inmates. Each inmate at Halden has a private cell equipped like a small apartment, a comfortable bed, refrigerator, TV, private bathroom, and even large windows without bars. Inmates can also use communal facilities like the kitchen, living room, and gym, all designed to provide the best conditions for recovery and reintegration. Remarkably, despite these modern amenities, the recidivism rate among Halden inmates is very low. This shows that investing in inmate rehabilitation is not only a humanitarian act, but also an effective solution for reducing crime. Additionally, the builders of the prison plan to spend up to PS1 million on modern artworks, including paintings by street artist Banksy to adorn the walls. Guards at the prison do not carry weapons and often play sports with the inmates. Furthermore, half of the prison staff are women. Studies suggest that having women around creates a warm atmosphere. There is even a special house where inmates can spend time with their loved ones during overnight visits. People have complained that this prison is too luxurious, especially since most inmates are dangerous criminals who have committed very serious offenses. However, the authorities say the prison is designed to be comfortable because they want to focus on human rights and respect. Therefore, it's no surprise that the wealthy are maneuvering to get transferred to this comfortable prison. Number 3. Aranjuez prison in Spain. The next prison on our list might be described as a special playground, but not for children, rather for unfortunate families. It's Aranjuez prison in Spain, the only place in the world where inmates are allowed to live with their children. Many prisoners have children, but when they commit crimes and are sentenced, they often have to be separated from their children for long periods. However, at Aranjuez that has changed. This prison is specially designed to allow parents to be with their young children even while serving their sentences. It's a valuable opportunity for families to stay together and maintain their bonds. Children can live with their parents at Aranjuez until they are 3 years old. During this time, they live in specially designed rooms with plenty of toys, play areas, and educational activities. The family cells are decorated with Disney cartoon characters on the walls, and there's an outdoor playground for the children to play in. Children are also cared for by experienced teachers and nurses. At age 3, children are either moved to live with relatives or placed in foster care. Besides the typical single-cell setup, Aranjuez also has a section dedicated to family living. Each room is about 14 square meters with a double bed, a crib, and various toys, as well as a small bathroom with a window overlooking the outside. The prison was designed to have 36 family cells, but currently only 16 are in use, primarily by Latin American inmates who don't have family outside to care for their children. A touching story at Aranjuez is that of Carmen Garcia. While serving her sentence, Carmen met and married a fellow inmate. The couple had a child in prison and was allowed to move into a special family room. They raised their child together during the early years, creating a small, warm family right inside the prison. Number 2. La Picota prison. Juan Carlos Martinez, a powerful and wealthy senator from Colombia, once enjoyed a luxurious and privileged lifestyle. However, everything changed dramatically in 2009 when he was convicted of drug trafficking and other illegal activities. As images of Martinez standing in court were broadcast live, Colombians hoped that this corrupt politician would pay for his crimes. Martinez was sentenced to 7.5 years in prison and was sent to La Picota prison. However, his prison life was completely contrary to what the public expected. Instead of enduring hard labor and harsh conditions, Martinez enjoyed a lavish lifestyle behind bars. Notably, he hosted a grand birthday party in prison with 34 guests, including famous celebrities. The party lasted 2 days and nights, featuring gourmet food, fine wine, and lively music. Martinez even broke down the wall between his cell and the next to create a more spacious living area. This situation outraged the Colombian public. People could not accept that a criminal was receiving such special treatment. Under public pressure, the government decided to transfer Martinez to another prison. Number 1. Leben prison in Austria. However, surprisingly, this new prison is even more luxurious than La Picota. Known as the Justice Center, this prison is equipped with modern amenities, including a spa for inmates. It can be said that it is one of the most luxurious prisons in the world. Leben prison in Austria is not a typical prison. In fact, many inmates feel fortunate to be transferred here. Why? Because it is one of the best facilities for non-violent offenders. Located in Leoben, Austria, this prison follows a completely different philosophy in managing inmates. On the walls of the prison, 2 framed quotes are displayed. The first, from the United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights, states, "All people are born free and equal in dignity and rights." The second emphasizes that all people deprived of their liberty must be treated humanely and with respect for the inherent dignity of the human being. These quotes serve as a reminder that, despite their crimes, inmates are still human and deserve fair treatment. To realize these values, the Leoben Justice Center has created a living environment similar to life outside the prison. Each inmate has a private cell with amenities such as a TV, bathroom, and small kitchen. Additionally, there are modern fitness rooms, a basketball court, and other common areas. The prison's goal is to help inmates improve themselves, learn new skills, and prepare for life after release. Inmates also have plenty of space to enjoy the scenery. They do not wear prison uniforms but their own clothes, like at home. All furnishings are metal, but most notably, there are special rooms for visits from spouses or children. Inmates are allowed to stay with their spouse for up to 24 hours in a private room. So we've explored some of the most luxurious prisons for the ultra-wealthy. Which prison impressed you the most, and what do you think about these individuals? Be sure to leave a comment. Thank you for watching our video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with our latest videos. See you in the next videos.